Zdravo! Today we're gonna review some albumen prints.
Albumen print.
Okay, what you have seen in the vlog is, you see those patterns that I draw on the glass. That's actually 20% gelatin, 20% solution of gelatin, heated up around 50 degrees Celsius, and then I mixed in ink. And then you can with a combination of percentage of gelatin, temperature, and the amount of ink you put in, you can play around, and you can make different. You can make a really nice tool. This is what I've retouched. Yeah, I made a salt print from this. It's flat. Yeah, it's flat. Fine. Anyway, but if you remember my last vlog, I made. For this version of the print, I retouched the back of the negative, like here, and I didn't thought it did a favor, so I tear it off, and then I made I just retouched the front, and I made these patterns, and I didn't like it either. Why? Because it's too dimensional, it's too bright, it's too jumps in, it catches too much attention. That's what it is. It catches too much attention. So and plus, above the body, it's too dark. So anyway, my next step was, so you have seen how I retouched the collodion side of the negative, and then I retouched also the back of the negative, the back of the negative. Do the same technique. It looks very ugly, like this, but you have to inspect it through the glass, like a negative. And like this is perfect. So what is in the back of the negative is very soft, is blocking the light, but it's not sharp. But what is in front of the negative, on the collodion side, that's sharp. So the result is this one. And I must tell you, I am super pleased with it. I'm really, really happy with it. Anyway, this is only the back of the plate is retouched. This is only the front of the plate is retouched. And this is front and the back. See the difference? It's quite big. This I left it out. and also here I scratched it out, and here the retouching is finishing. You see, so here is no retouching. So I think it's really, really nicely. It's really, it goes. This one has. This one is retouched in the background. You see. This is the collodion side, and this is the background. You see? Oh, I'm not sure if you see it. Guys, these are 4 images that I've made for my project A New Earth. And this project is inspired by the book of Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth. And that book talks about transcendence, so transcending spiritual growth of a society as a whole, and individual too. But so anyway, so that's why all my images are vertical. Transcending, transcendence, vertical. I think that's kind of like a symbolic way of putting. And but I will admit, you know, when I'm photographing with the view camera, I see vertical compositions all the time. You know, I see vertical frames all the time. When I was working as a photojournalist, just horizontal. But now I see it only vertical. I don't know why. That's how it is. Secondly, the body figure in my photos is relatively small. You know, even in except in this one is big, and this one, when you think, the focus is on trees. You know, so body is unfocused, so blurry. So I think that's kind of this is actually quite important part. Why important part of the message? Why? Because we're living in this anthropocentric society, and I don't want. You know, we are very small in comparison to nature. Especially if you're one person is in the nature, in a deep forest, you feel very, very small. But also very big, you know, very, very connected. So, you know, there is no... Eckhart Tolle uses beautiful word for the peacefulness inside. He uses spaciousness. Do you get it? Spaciousness. And I love this spaciousness around you know, how the photo is breathing, you know, it's actually spacious. It's a lot of space around, you know, I love that. Okay, the only thing I would add is my albumen prints are technically not perfect. This is a little bit too yellow. This has a contamination, and these two are perfect. This is the one that I've made yesterday. What's the trick? It's just washing. The first tray, the first wash, 30 minutes. 30 minutes of constant rocking. This week's resolution is that I treat my work with more respect. So meaning, when I make a good print, I take a little bit of extra time and make a passepartout, a matte for it. And that's why I put everything in matte. Furthermore, I found this photo of mine. This photo was taken in 2003. It's one of my favorite photos. It's silver gelatin print from 35mm, and of course handmade. And you know, I put that in passepartout too. This photo is, I don't know, this is my Rex. This was taken in at 92 or something like that, 93. So anyway, so this is this was laying in a box, and I restored it. I put it in an original frame that I made in a school for carpentry, you know, in the secondary school for carpentry. This is oak frame. Lucky patron for this episode is Anthony De Lorenzo from Canada. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. And we will stay in touch. And, you know, please, guys, leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoy this show, if you enjoy these 4 images, if it makes sense to you, if you...